are listening to Feet to the Fire.
Você está escutando ao Feet to the Fire.
Du lytter til Feet to the Fire.
You are listening to Feet to the Fire.
With the Black Knight.
All right, we are back live. Dr. Rita Louise comes by once a month to share wisdom, which she has a serious dose on the subject matters that she covers, which is Legion. Soulhealer.com is her website. That's the main site. And let me see if we're connecting all right. Dr. Rita, you there?
I'm here.
All right, what happened was I think we had a great timing there. I called you exactly as you called me.
Well, for some reason, technology is great. I have a new netbook, which for some reason will not let me, a lot of the times, answer a phone call.
Huh.
I can call out, but I can't answer your call.
Okay. Well, we will remember that for the next time. But here we are, live. What goodies and words of wisdom do you have to shower upon us this month?
Well, this is a little bit out of my normal area, but it was something that was concerning me, and I wanted to kind of give a heads up to the listeners because, they're listening to your show on computers, and I'm going to be talking about some new computer technology. Have you heard about the latest and greatest innovation that's about to hit the way we interact with our computers? It's called the cloud. Now, as you know, I'm not a hardcore techie. I'm a psychic, and so I'm a typical computer user like you. So I'm hoping I can explain the concept behind the cloud and what its implications for us are. The cloud is designed to provide you, the user, with software programs and the ability to store your data files on a computer network as opposed to on your computer's hard drive or a SIM card. Big businesses, for example, have had problems dealing with commonly used software programs. For example, if you have a company with 500 employees and each of the employees needs to have access to programs like Microsoft Word, the way things have been done in the past was Microsoft Word was installed on each of the 500 computers, and then if an upgrade came out, the upgrade would have to be run on each computer individually. Now, I'm sure the majority of the people listening have installed or upgraded software on their own system at one point in time. I know, for me, it's a pain in the butt. Now, think about doing this 500 times. Cloud technology, however, allows companies to install or upgrade software once. Then all of the end users have access to the latest and greatest version of the software program. Cloud technology is not only for big business. Whether or not you know it or not, you've probably already encountered cloud technology. If you have an email account with a web-based service like Hotmail, Gmail, or Yahoo, your information is already flying high in the clouds. The same holds true for Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, YouTube, Amazon, Google, or any other web-based internet experience. Anything that you can access that is outside of your own computer, or if you're at work, the company's in-house servers, is part of the cloud. Another place where cloud technology would be an asset is in our ability to access certain programs or a large amount of data on our mobile devices, such as our smartphones, our netbooks, or our touchpads. Many of these devices have limited storage abilities. Proponents of cloud technology want you to imagine being able to access hundreds of hours of music and video that you've uploaded to the cloud. Or for the business-minded individual, perhaps you can envision yourself working on a spreadsheet while sitting on the beach or drinking a latte at your local Starbucks. Microsoft, in October of 2010, announced its cloud version of our all-too-familiar Microsoft Office. Called Office 365, it is the cloud-based version of programs such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. According to Microsoft, quote, "You now have the power to enable your people to work from virtually anywhere, anytime, on any device. What they don't tell you is that for a single user like you or me, there's a $6 a month usage fee. Oh, and that doesn't include your internet access. And if you're using Office 365 on a 3G network, such as your smartphone, don't forget, data charges may be applied." In my opinion, that's the least of it. When we use online programs, we are led to believe that we, or the individuals we choose, are the only ones that can view our information. Apparently that's not the case. In May of this year, a 13-year-old boy in Washington State posted an innocuous comment on Facebook after the killing of Osama bin Laden by Navy SEALs. He suggested that President Obama be cautious because there might be repercussions and, quote, to be careful because there could be suicide bombers. A week later, the boy was called down to the principal's office and was questioned by the Secret Service. The boy told reporters that the Secret Service indicated that he was making threats toward the president. The boy didn't get in trouble for what he wrote, but it leads us to a bigger question. How did the Secret Service gain access to the child's post? Similarly, in August of 2010, a Florida man received a visit by the Secret Service because of a photo he put on his Facebook page. The man had apparently changed his profile picture and replaced it with an image that had come off of a 2008 magazine cover. The image was a picture of Barack Obama prior to the election with a crosshair, like a target, over his face. Facebook isn't the only internet experience that's being monitored. Did you know that if you use a copywritten song as the background to a YouTube video, it will be flagged? In fact, just last week, a coalition of copyright holders, including record labels, movie studios, have joined forces with ISPs like Comcast, Verizon, AT&T, and Time Warner, and have created the Copyright Alert System. This industry-led warning system will notify users when they are suspected of illegally downloading music, TV shows, or movies. What does this mean? So let's say you downloaded the latest episode of House or Warehouse 13 from an online site. In the past, organizations such as the Motion Picture Association of America have tried to sue individuals for the use of copyrighted material. This method of monitoring and controlling the usage of content has failed miserably. The system that is being put in place is a bit unnerving. Somehow, somewhere, somebody with advanced technology discovers that you've downloaded the copywritten content. Yes, the season finale of House that you missed last week. This unnamed group will then contact your ISP and provide them with your IP address of the offending party. And an IP address, for those that don't know, is a unique number that's assigned to each device on a computer network. Your service provider will then warn you that suspicious activity has been detected coming from your IP address. Users are granted up to 6 warnings before action will be taken against them. Actions can include temporary reduction in internet speeds, the redirection of your web services until you contact your web provider to discuss the matter, up to and including termination of your web services. The coalition does point out that the Digital Millennium Copyright Act already requires ISPs to have a termination policy in effect if they want to take advantage of the law's safe harbor clause. This means that if a copyright holder sues you for illegally downloading, the ISP can say that it took measures to stop your activity and will not be held liable. I saw one post from a person who uses a fee-based cloud program for music storage. And there's a quote, "This is a fantastic service. I can't imagine having to store music on a device now, swapping songs in and out of an SD card because all my music won't fit on it or sync to my computer. What a hassle. I can manage playlists on the device, download any track to it if I need to, and others in my house can stream all of this to their devices simply by logging onto the cloud player. There is no need to authorize the device." My hope is that this individual didn't get a burned copy of Iron Butterfly's Indigata Divita from a friend of a friend whose cousin's brother gave it to his girlfriend as a gift. If they are monitoring programs like Facebook, YouTube, and who knows what else, opportunities like this seem like a legal nightmare waiting to happen. This doesn't even get into the whole argument of the concept of posting your personal or work-related items out on the cloud. What if you and your partner just had a huge fight? Then, for whatever reason, you fill an entire page with the words "kill, kill, die, die," and save it onto the cloud in a word folder. Will the Secret Service be coming to your door too? If you believe privacy and your First Amendment rights is freedom of speech, this new technology should scare you. Is Big Brother finally and fully here? I guess we can only look to the sky for answers. James, this is this month's Soulhealer moment.
You know, when you wrote to me and said the cloud, I thought to myself, I go, is she referring to cloud server technology? No, it must be something else. And I was doing something, so I didn't bother right back. And it was about the cloud. I mean, it took me about 3 seconds when someone offered a cloud server for me to use. I went, nope. I will have nothing to do with that at all as long as I possibly can. There's no way I want to get involved with that.
I think that bulletin boards, the old-time peer-to-peer bulletin boards that were around, before the Internet.
Yep.
And people, marketing in hard drives and, residential storage systems, or people that are hackers that are actually now writing programs so you don't have to get on the cloud, are going to prosper.
Actually, I've had shows on this, and one of the things I've been pushing for is to get back to the old bulletin board. And there's a technology out. It escapes my name. The name escapes my. I'm going to have another show on it to try and institute it, where they come up with a system that not only that uses the individual's computers, and you don't even need the internet. You literally can update. And they did experiments where they took USB drives, those flash drives, thumb drives, and they've actually took messages around the world, and it took 4 days for people to start out in one place and go around the world by handing it off to other people, and then they hand it off and so forth. And so what this cloud technology will literally do is drive people into a private intranet, whether it uses the internet or phone lines, like the old system, or thumb drives.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my son is a computer guy, and so I asked him when I was thinking about writing this piece, what did he think about the cloud? He goes, oh, it's pretty cool. You can put all this stuff out there and blah, blah, blah. But if you rip your CDs and you have them in a file, or you, God forbid, got them years ago from Napster before that became illegal, and you decide to upload them, they're going to be at your door.
Yep,
if you don't have receipts,
you're familiar with
every piece of music that you own.
You're familiar with the new law they're trying to pass. I think they call it IP Safety Act or something. The names are a joke. It will allow them to literally take your domain name from you if you have copyrighted material or even linked to someone who has it. I mean, now, technically they say, well, no, we'll give 3 warnings and we'll do this and that. But the law states that they could just take your IP, your domain, like forever for that violation. No trial, like the Homeland Security stuff. It's insane.
It's scary.
So, I mean,
it's one way to backdoor shut down the internet.
So what I do is, my theme song, I wrote it and recorded it, so I gave myself permission to use it. So I'm okay there. I do have bumper music, but I do have it all referenced to their web pages and how to buy it and all that. Plus, it's only a clip. So I followed the Coast to Coast, by the way. I followed their lead, their $1 billion lead, $1 million lead. So we will see.
Yeah, I had a video that I had created for a friend for a birthday that I put on YouTube because I was having issues having it stream on different computers. So they said, hey, just put it on YouTube. And it got flagged.
Yeah.
Because
what they did, it's funny now, people get that. All right, they'll get a flag. And yet you can go on YouTube and there's thousands of people who recorded like old 45s, and they're still up there. So I wonder what the criteria for flagging is. But we are at the end of the visit. Time flies when you're having fun, and we can have fun and learn things when Dr. Rita comes by.
Well, that's my job. I mean, this one I just found to be way too important to just not say something about it.
And it was well written and well said. So it's Soulhealer.com is the main web page that you can branch off into all her products and projects, including the radio show, Just Energy Radio, and others. And we'll be to talk to you next month.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye, James.